Mihika's project started off as just a servo-controlled cardboard robot, but with her vision and her confidence, she really took it to another level. She made it an interactive scarecrow robot. So something really interesting about the way Mihika approached her project was she always kept in mind real-world applications and practicality. I think anytime she was adding a new feature, she would always think, oh, how would this actually end up being in the real world? What kind of feedback would I actually get outside and not in this classroom? So I think that tells a really great engineer who's about to make some very impactful and useful projects in the future. And I think one thing we all really appreciate about Mihika in the classroom is that she would always graciously volunteer to go first in anything I would ask the class to do. Any break time activity, Mihika was the first hand, and that was very helpful to me when I would have a whole class of really unresponsive teenagers. So she was really a godsend for us a lot of the times. And I'm really excited for you guys to see her project. So take it away, Mihika.
Hi, I'm Mihika. I'm a junior at Los Altos High School, and this is the robotic scarecrow made out of cardboard. So if you've ever tried to build a vegetable patch or tried to grow any herbs or tomatoes, you've probably noticed that animals are kind of the biggest obstacle. They'll eat through your nets, they'll eat half your vegetables, and sometimes just a simple scarecrow just doesn't scare them away. So I noticed that animals are kind of afraid if you move near them. So I built this robot which responds to animals and birds within a certain range and responds by moving its arms and limbs to deter it from attacking your vegetables. So here's a demo. So the robot should be triggered by proximity as well as loud sounds. So it works with 5 servos attaching each of the 4 limbs in the head, as well as 2 sensors, the ultrasonic sensor and the microphone. The ultrasonic sensor detects an object within 30 centimeters of the robot by sending a sound wave with a frequency of 40 kHz. Now 40 kHz is above our hearing range, so it doesn't bother humans, but it is within the hearing range of animals like squirrels, which are common pests in your garden. So not only does it detect where a squirrel is, it can also deter the squirrel just by sending a frequency that is annoying enough that it won't approach your vegetables. In addition, the microphone is tuned to a frequency currently at loud lab settings, so it won't detect too much wind, but would probably be able to detect a squirrel trying to eat your tomatoes. So some of the hardest challenges with this robot was balance and mobility. As you can see, the legs are interestingly shaped at the top. This is so that they can move against the robot without getting stuck in the middle. And as a result, they can't take the robot's weight, which is the reason for this back brace. If you were to put this robot in your garden, you would probably nail it onto a stake and stick it in the ground like a regular scarecrow, so that the legs can move in addition to scare the squirrels away. Similarly, currently the robot is powered with a 9-volt battery. In real life, you would probably want this robot to be powered by solar batteries, since they're just a better source of energy and more ideal for outside. Lastly, although this cardboard material is great for the robot right now as a prototype, I would want to replace this cardboard with a better material, one that's still just as light that the servos can move it, but more waterproof and just more durable for the outside. One of the biggest things I learned at Boot Camp was dividing my objective into more achievable challenges. So that included figuring out how sensors worked, like the ultrasonic sensor in particular, as well as figuring out how the servos can be used. And that required the usage of several libraries, including the ultrasonic sensor library and the servo library. And that was a really fun experience for me, and I think I'll definitely be looking to make an app so that I can fine-tune these sensors in the future. Thank you.
a chance to try it out?
I
with the
haven't
students?
gotten the chance to try it out outside. I do think I'll be trying it out at home sometime in the next few weeks.
So you have one buyer.
You already paid a lot.
Yeah.
How did you decide what thresholds you wanted to use for like the distance to turn the iThread and the microphone?
So I use 30 centimeters because right now that's about the distance between the planer beds at our house. I think that in the app you would be able to fine tune the actual distance of the sensors